Hello everybody, I am back to do a quick little tutorial on just kind of how I've been styling my hair now that it's shorter. Back in March when I got engaged to my husband, at that time, like kind of leading up to it, I already knew that it was gonna happen, so I had stopped cutting my hair. But basically since March through September of 2013, I basically only trimmed my hair like once, and I took off barely an inch during that time just because I was growing out my hair. And so my hair was pretty damn ratty. I had like old hair underneath that had been bleached winter white from back in the day, probably a good 4 or 5 inches worth. So at my wedding, my hair was about to here, I suppose. And right after my wedding, I chopped it off. It wasn't good, and I basically only saved it and did a ton of treatments to it just to make it look good for the wedding, and then after that it had to go. So I chopped off my hair. I've had short hair most of my life and I've always had trouble styling it. I don't know, I've kept it short just because it removes some of the need to style, just because then it's a lot easier. You can pretty much just scrunch it when it's wet and let it air dry, and that's about what I've done. But lately, since I've had long hair for the first time in like ever, I did really, really like it, and I would love to have it back again. And so I have been working on growing it back out. It's grown a bit since I cut it. I cut it back in September, and then I chopped it off again in October, just because I didn't like the haircut they really gave me back then. So I've only had about a good 2 months worth of real growth back into it, but definitely since cutting a good 5 inches off, what's left is a ton healthier. It's still a little bit fried just because I do color process my hair, but I don't style it too often. My go-to style basically is get out of the shower, scrunch it, and let it air dry, just because I've got naturally wavy hair and I prefer it to be wavy. But when I do feel like styling it, or when my hair is a giant poof like you will see in just a minute, then I kind of need to style it. So what I have been doing a lot lately is this look. I like it. I had my hair cut into kind of a bob. It's an angled bob, but it's not that short in the back. It's not like stacked or anything. I just put some layers into it just so that it had some body and movement to it, but it's just slightly shorter in the back, and then it angles out to be slightly longer in the front. Nothing too dramatic. I just wanted it to be a good cut so that while I'm growing it out, it's not in that awkward like mullety stage, which often happens for me. So that was the idea around this haircut. And I just thought this style works really well for it. So I will show you how I did it. Basically, all you need is a comb, some clips. Like for me, I use 3, 2 big ones and 1 little one for my bangs, but if you don't have bangs, 2 should be just fine. And then I use, I think this is what, a 2-inch barrel? I think it's a 2-inch barrel. But a big fat curling iron, which normally if you have shorter hair you wouldn't use this kind of curling iron, but when you want your hair to just kind of have a soft look to it, with just slight curl to it, I think this size curling iron works awesome. So this is what I used, and if you're interested to see how I do this hair, then please keep watching. that is how I do this look. I hope you all liked it. This is pretty much my go-to hairstyle when I actually style my hair lately, but I do have a couple other looks that I've been rocking here or there. So if you're interested in seeing more looks that you can do with pretty short to medium length hair, please don't forget to thumbs up this video. Leave a comment if there's any looks in particular that you're interested in, or just if you'd like to see more, because I do have a few other styles up my sleeve, but I did go to hair school, so if there's more that you want to see that I don't do, then just let me know and I can definitely kind of tweak around with it and see if I can do it and do a tutorial on it. So if you're interested in that, or if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, comment on my video, and you'd be awesome if you subscribe to my channel so that you can keep an eye out for future videos that I do. So with all of that said, I got nothing. That's it. See you next time, guys.